Hey, happy Saturday, everybody. Quick update, progress on the Fox body. Again, doing little projects while we're still waiting for the heads to come for the 302. But got these BBK 1 3/4 headers, and I went ahead and hooked up my die grinder, cleaned up around all the welds in here, all the welding slag, and just made sure to open these up so the welds weren't hanging out into the ports there. So as you can see, yeah, there was quite a bit of kind of junk in there. But also, I took a one of those tailpipe expanding tools and opened up those collectors, because when I first unboxed them, I checked the collector size just with my little cheapy caliper here. It was like 2.39 inches. So I went ahead and I put the expander on there and got that opened up to, just about 2.5. It should be 2.5 in most spots, but not every single spot is. So went ahead and opened those up quite a bit. Might do a little bit more, but nonetheless, gives you an idea. Yeah, just about 2.5. But they were a lot smaller than that. They were like 2.3 something in the collectors there. Also, I went ahead and redid all brand new brake hardware. As you can see, you get the new 31 spline axles and wheel studs, but the new star adjusters, all new hardware on here. And these star adjusters, I don't think I had. You got to make sure you put this cable on correctly, or it doesn't put the pressure on there for this thing to ratchet. It won't lock it. So the self adjuster there. But anyway, I think got that squared away on both sides. Did that. I worked on these headers last night. Again, opened up the ports and opened up those collectors. Also, got the fog lights working. These are the Marshall. Took those apart, cleaned them up. I found some bad connections. They were definitely corroded, but I went ahead and got those all fixed up there. So that's kind of been the weekend project so far. Kind of mocking up the T5 here. I got my pilot bearing on there just to double check that it fits. New throwout bearing, steel bearing retainer, little cheapy short throw thrift shifter. And I went ahead and splurged for that the brass shifter cup. So the plastic one that came out of there is okay. I'll keep this as a backup, but I just wanted to get the brass one in there so I have nice start with a solid foundation. I'm debating whether to take it all apart and do a cluster support. I haven't really ever worked on these T5s other than this front bearing retainer, which I got all the slop out of that, as you saw from the last video I did. But anyway, that's the update. I'm gonna throw this Hoosier back on here and just double check, make sure these brakes are lined up. I think we got those things sorted out. So new brake hardware, porting out and cleaning up these welds on the BBK 1 3/4 headers, opening up those collectors some, and kind of getting a little more work done on this T5. So I think that's about it for this weekend. That's where we're at. Again, we're just waiting on the heads for the 302, and she'll go back together with there's the intake and everything else over there. Upper and lower intake, valve cover manifolds, rockers, all that stuff. The new clutch and flywheels over here, all my gaskets. Oh, I might do some new front brake hoses too, and I got a new fan controller. So when I get around to that, there's a tack with a shift light on there. I would like to get that installed. But other than that, I think it's nice to be taking parts off of the shelf and getting them all dialed in here. So hopefully we'll be ready to race and drop all this in and get out to the track when those heads come in. All right, guys, have a good weekend.